and welcome. I'm Prachi Gupta and you are watching COVID-19 Bulletin, where we bring you daily updates on the scientific efforts being undertaken in the country to fight the dreaded coronavirus. Accurate detection of coronavirus cases is important as it ensures the successful isolation of COVID-19 patients required to arrest further spread of this disease. To achieve this, scientists from the Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, or SCTIMST, which is an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, have developed an RNA isolation kit. This kit allows isolation of a high-quality RNA from samples of patients, which is a prerequisite for COVID-19 testing. The novel coronavirus is made up of RNA and proteins, and the detection of the RNA of the coronavirus in our body is considered to be the case of COVID-19 infection. The kit developed by the SCTIMST, named the Chitra Magna, has magnetic nanoparticles that bind to the RNA from a sample of a patient. This ensures that viral RNA does not disintegrate during storage and transportation of the samples. As a good quality RNA is a prerequisite of RT-PCR based testing of infection, this technology enhances the chances of identifying positive coronavirus cases. The same research team has also developed a Chitra Gene Lamp N technology, which is a cheap alternative to the currently used RT-PCR test. Both the Chitra Magna kit and Chitra Gene Lamp N technology have been transferred to Agape Diagnostics Limited in Ernakulam for large-scale production. Accurate and economical diagnosis of coronavirus infection is the need of the hour, and we hope that testing kits and technology developed by SCTIMST will help in achieving the country's testing goals. Although the coronavirus can only survive for long in the body of its host, yet its survival on metal, plastic or other surfaces for a few hours to few days have been reported. Therefore, scientists are on the lookout for various molecules or chemicals which can kill the virus from these surfaces. Scientists from the Faridabad-based Regional Center for Biotechnology, which is an institute under the Department of Biotechnology, has also initiated a study to meet this goal. The scientists are trying to engineer virucidal coatings which have the ability to inactivate or kill the virus. The researchers have expertise in engineering antimicrobial molecules which target the membranes of microbes. The team will further extend their know-how in developing the molecules which target and kill the COVID-19 virus. If developed, such a coating will then be modified for use on different surfaces like glass, plastic, cotton, nylon, and others to inhibit the viral transmission. We hope that the scientists are able to achieve success in this research project, as it will help us to keep the virus at bay. In the wake of the ongoing COVID-19 crisis, mist sanitizer tunnels are being used to sanitize the clothing and expose the skin of healthcare and other frontline workers. In this tunnel, hypochlorite is sprayed for a specified duration on the person who enters the tunnel. Recently, the mist sanitizer tunnels were shut for use by the agencies, considering the side effects of hypochlorite on the human body. Now, based on the results of its new study, the Pune-based National Chemical Laboratory of CSIR has said that the mist sanitizer tunnels are safe for the use if the recommendations of the study are kept in mind. NCL scientists tested the efficacy of 0.02 to 0.5% of sodium hypochlorite on personnel walking through the mist tunnel unit. The study showed that 0.02% to 0.05% weight concentration did not show an adverse effect on normal skin flora and yet destroyed the standard microbes. Based on these results, the scientists have recommended 0.02% to 0.05% as a recommended range for spraying sodium hypochlorite on personnel walking through the sanitization tunnel. The scientists also suggest that high concentration, which is 0.05%, should be used for healthcare workers, police, municipal employees who get more exposed, whereas 0.02% should be used in normal offices where the risk of transmission is low. NCL has also recommended the use of face shield and safety goggles while walking through the tunnel. Also, use of hand wash or hand sanitizer after the walkthrough has been suggested to complete the process of disinfection. Let's hear more about this study from Professor Ashwini Kumar Nangia, who is the director of National Chemical Laboratory.
And since this is a science channel, I will spend half a minute explaining what the SARS-CoV-2 virus is. Essentially, the picture we see of a golf ball which has spikes coming out, red spikes. The golf ball represents the lipid bilayer, which is lipophilic or fat-like, and the spikes are the protein molecules which project out. So any chemical needed to destroy this virus, which has both lipophil and protein parts, there is a long list of chemicals approved by the WHO in March of this year, and it is being updated regularly, including in April. Includes various solutions, soap solution, alcohol, oxidants, and so on. Now, the list is mainly meant for what we call as abiotic surfaces. That is, your doorknob is there, table is there, floor corner is there. And that percentage is anywhere between 0.5% to 1% to 2%. Now, the role of CSIR, National Chemical Laboratory, microbiology lab scientists, Dr. Mahesh Dharne and Dr. Syed Dastagir, is that while this slightly higher concentration will not harm if you are rubbing a table surface, but if a human person is exposed to a mist spray of higher concentration, it can cause damage to the skin surface. The face is a very sensitive part, it can cause rash. So what they did was they started with the lowest possible concentration, which is 0.01%, and increased in small steps all the way to 0.1%, 0.05%. And what they found was that in the range 0.02 to 0.05%, which is 200 to 500 ppm, and ppm is parts per million, the hypo solution, sodium hypochlorite solution, which is also referred to as sodium hypo, in water is both safe and effective, which means it is not damaging or hurting the body of the person when he is walking through the mist tunnel about 10-12 seconds. And it is also able to kill the bacteria, the microbes, the viruses during this passage time. So that was the study of CSIR NCL scientists, that is to define the correct optimal range which can be used for mist tunnel patients for human disinfection. And I should clarify that this disinfection is not internal, because there is a lot of misunderstanding going about that it will kill the microbe inside the body. That is not correct. This is only surface infection which the person may pick up accidentally, and then because of random touching or contacts may pass on from one person to another. So the spray is a mist, which is in this case is a 100 micron size water droplet, which is uniformly spread over 24 ports in the tunnel at 2 different body heights, so that both the middle of the body and the upper of the body, but not the head, is sprayed with the mist. So that is the mist should spray uniformly on the clothing, on the body, so that it is able to kill any accidental bacteria or virus sticking to the surface. So the role of sodium hypochlorite is that it contains an oxidizing agent. Both with the lipid layer, bilayer of the protein, which is the golf ball type of structure, as well as the protein projections. So whether it is a soap liquid like a surfactant or hydrogen peroxide or alcohol solution at 70% or higher, all these will essentially disrupt the protective coating of the virus, both the protein projection part as well as the lipid bilayer. So essentially sodium hypochlorite is inexpensive, it is safe, it is readily available, and in the given concentration range, it is able to do the work and not also cause.
Mist sanitizer tunnels are a good way to sanitize the other protective coverings and expose the skin of frontline workers. The safety assessment and recommendation by the NCL scientists will help in their safe use. That is all for today. We will be back with another edition of COVID-19 Bulletin soon. Till then, stay safe. Namaskar.